Illegal migration is a serious issue between Libya and Italy. Every year, thousands of people try to cross Mediterranean Sea from Libya to reach Italy. They hope to find safety, jobs, and a better future in Europe. However, this dangerous journey often leads to suffering and death. Let's explore why people migrate illegally, what challenges they face, and how this affects both Libya and Italy. You are watching Trek Vibes. Let's explore the reasons for illegal migration. People leave their home countries and travel through Libya to reach Italy for many reasons. Let's look at some of the most common reasons. Poverty and lack of jobs. Many migrants come from poor countries in Africa and the Middle East. They cannot find jobs or earn enough money to survive. They believe Europe offers better opportunities to work and support their families. There are some other issues, for example, conflict and violence in their countries. War and violence push people to leave their homes. Countries like Sudan, Somalia, and Syria have suffered from long conflicts. Some of the countries, for example, Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, and other backward countries, people also try to reach Europe by Italy. People escape to avoid being killed or forced to fight in wars. Political oppression is the main reason. In some countries, people cannot speak freely and choose their leaders. They face arrest, torture, or even death for opposing their governments. These people flee to find freedom and safety. Climate changes and natural disasters also the main reason. For example, droughts, floods, and other disasters destroy farms and homes. People lose their way of life and decide to migrate to survive. In some countries, human trafficking and smugglers. For example, criminal groups take advantage of desperate people. They promise to help migrants reach Europe but charge huge amount of money. Often they abuse and mistreated migrants during the journey. It is the most dangerous journey. Migrants travel through Libya hoping to reach Italy by boat, but the trip is extremely dangerous. Here are the main risks they face. Crossing the Sahara Desert. Before reaching Libya, many migrants cross the Sahara Desert. The desert is huge, hot and dry. Many people die from dehydration or exhaustion. Abuse in Libya is also another reason. Libya is very unstable with armed groups controlling many areas. Migrants are often kidnapped, tortured, or sold as slaves. Women face high risks of sexual violence. Unsafe boats and drowning. Smugglers fake migrants onto small, weak boats. These boats are not built for long trips and often break apart at sea. Thousands of people drown in the Mediterranean Sea each year. Exploitation and neglect. Migrant or sometimes abandoned by smugglers in the middle of the sea. They wait for rescue, but help doesn't always come in time. This migration also impacts on Italy. Italy is one of the main entry points to Europe for migrants crossing the Mediterranean Sea. The large number of arrival affects the country in many ways. Some of the main reasons are many ways. For example, pressure on resources. Italy must provide food, housing, and medical care to rescued migrants. This costs a lot of money and can overwhelm local communities. Political, political tensions, illegal migration is a sensitive issue in Italy politics. Some people want stricter border controls, which others believe Italy should help migrants. This causes political disagreements and divisions. Humanitarian efforts. Many Italian and international organizations work hard to rescue and support migrants. They run shelters, provide legal help, and care for survivors. These efforts save lives but require ongoing funding and support. It also impacts the Libya. Libya also suffers from the effects of illegal migration. Some of the main reasons are as, for example, number one, criminal networks. Smuggling and trafficking bring violence and corruption to Libya. Armed groups make money from migrants, with fuels, which fuels further conflict. Number two, human rights abuses. Migrants in Libya face severe abuse, including forced labor and violence. Detention centers are overcrowded and unsafe, with reports of torture and starvation. Political instability. Migration adds to Libya's existing struggles. The country has no stable government, making it harder to control borders or protect human rights. So, what is the international response on the main issue? The international community has tried to address illegal migration between Libya and Italy. Let's look at some action taken. Number one, rescue missions. Groups like the Italian Coast Guard, NGOs, and EU border forces patrol the Mediterranean Sea. They saved migrants from sinking boats and bring them to safety. Number two, EU-Libya agreements. The European Union has worked with Libya to stop illegal migration. They provide money and training to help Libyan forces catch smugglers. However, these efforts are controversial because of Libya's poor human rights record. Number three, asylum and refugee programs. Countries across Europe accept some migrants as refugees. These programs give protection to people fleeing violence or persecution. However, this process is slow and not everyone qualifies. Number four, awareness campaigns. International organizations spread awareness about the dangers of illegal migration. They inform people to migrant sending countries about the risks of crossing Libya and the Mediterranean Sea. Some possible solutions are as solving illegal migration is complicated, but several steps could help reduce the crisis. Living conditions in home countries. Helping migrants home countries with development, education, and peace building can reduce need to migrate. If people have safety and jobs at home, fewer will risk dangerous journeys. Safer and legal pathways. Creating safer and legal ways for people to migrate can prevent deaths at sea. Countries can offer more visas, work permits, and refugee settlement. Fighting human trafficking, checking down on smuggling networks, and punishing traffickers can protect migrants from abuse. Stronger laws and international cooperation are essential for this. Strengthening search and rescue. More rescue ships, faster response time, and better coordination can save more lives. Investing in rescue operations shows compassion and respect for human life. Illegal migration from Libya to Italy is a complex humanitarian crisis. People risk everything to escape poverty, violence, and oppression, hoping for a better future in Europe. But the journey is deadly, and many suffer or die along the way. Both Libya and Italy faces serious challenges because of illegal migration. However, with international cooperation, better support for migrants, and efforts to address the root causes of migration, we can work towards a future where fewer people have to risk their lives or hope for hope and safety. Solving this issue requires empathy, action, and global responsibility. Every lost in the Mediterranean Sea is a reminder that the world must do more to protect the most vulnerable and ensure everyone has a chance of a dignified life.